Hello, hello. We are a little bit late. I had some technical difficulties. Actually, I just think my Wi-Fi was having a little nap. My Wi-Fi took a nap, and I wasn't able to get on. So, hello, everybody. Welcome. And I know Billy is busy sending out notifications to let people know this is a happening. So I want to give this a beat. I have not been able to go without putting glasses and a ton of makeup on and like that for a while. I've been so iron depleted and with these really dark, deep circles underneath my eyes. And it's the first time in really months, I think, that I have felt confident enough in my face, not looking like, oh my God, you look like a zombie. No, just piling the iron into my body. That's what I'm doing. Foods, lots of iron foods, raisins and spinach and red meats, believe it or not. I used to be a complete vegetarian. I didn't eat any animal for over 31 years. And actually starting to pay for it, believe it or not, that other piece of it. Hang on a second, I'm going to change where this is sitting. And so, let's move this and turn this like that. And that's a little better. There you go. And so at some point, as it turns out, this body, and I'm a type O positive blood. If you read anything about eat for your blood type, it's supposed to eat red meat, but I didn't listen to that either. And lo and behold, I needed to eat red meat. I do. This body needs red meat. So there's some foods I still don't eat, like I can't tolerate lamb, and I don't want to eat veal. But other than that, I am very happily an omnivore and a lot healthier for it. And every time I try to go without it, it turns out to be a mistake. And not a good one. My body I pay for it in stamina and, I don't know, energy levels, things like that. All right. Well, I know we've got some people on. Hi, bro. My beloved brother here. Okay. Let's get started. Today's, that might look a little different. I'm just rearranging the cord here. There we go. So today's topic. Interestingly enough, in the last week, I have been in 3 different conversations. I love how these things happen in a clump. And that we're all about, all I want for my children is for them to be happy. That got expanded to, actually, I think that's all I want for everybody I love is for them to be happy. That's all I want is to be happy. And I gave that some thought, actually some years ago, and hadn't really thought about it much until lately, actually, because it was part of Ascension. And for anybody who is here, who is new to the world of Zoetic, Ascension is our 5th level course. It's actually a program. It's a 9-month-long program. And it's really about being the flow as opposed to surrendering to the flow or being in the flow or knowing that there's a flow or doing work that it takes to actually get into the flow, but actually to be the flow itself and to live life like that. Then life around us cooperates and is also the flow. So let me give an example. My beautiful, wonderful friend, Barbara, who is in Ascension, and we obviously talk about this in Ascension. She was down here from Boston and was flying back. And there had been a really crazy storm that went blowing through here on Monday when she was supposed to, actually also Sunday, but on wait, I'm on different days here. Where am I? It blew through on Friday, and we came home Friday. We did leadership then. She was supposed to go home on Monday to Sunday, on Sunday, Saturday. I'm all confused. Yeah, she was supposed to go home on Saturday. I say this because here I am in a time warp. She was supposed to go home on Saturday, and there was something that happened where we don't even know what it is, but she got cellulitis on her chin. And if you don't know anything about cellulitis, it can be incredibly, like literally life-threatening. And because it was on her face, that means it's close to the brain, and that can be really, really, really dangerous. So we agreed that she should go to an urgent care before going to the airport. And it was so late that I could take her there, but I couldn't stay. And our beautiful, amazing, God, just an extraordinary angel, really, Brent, he also came with a separate car. And so I took her there, got her in, got her settled. And then Brent took over while I went out because I had a previously arranged appointment that I could not change in terms of timing. So that was that. And that affected a bunch of people. So she was taken care of. And when all was said and done, she did in fact have cellulitis and needed to go immediately to the pharmacy to get the prescription fulfilled. This requires an antibiotic. I'm not a big drug person, and I'm all in for homeopathics and herbology and things like that, but she really needed an antibiotic. This is a very dangerous thing not to be trifled with. And so she goes, she gets her stuff, and by the time she gets to the airport, it is 7:25 p.m. Her flight leaves at 7:55. Now, my darling, beautiful, sweet, wonderful friend Barbara is amazing and strong and really quite a remarkable human being. However, walking through the airport is a little hard on her almost 82-year-old body. And so she gets a wheelchair at the airport just to help her. She is this long, super thin person. Well, she's actually lost even more weight. So she's not just tall and elegant and lithe. She is tall and elegant and a little too thin right now. So in the frailty of this wonderful body she's in, she needs a little support. So even in the wheelchair, getting to the gate, it was too late for her to get early boarding, which is what she always gets because she's going to the gate in a wheelchair. So she gets she's in the group of people who are pre-boarded. But it was so late getting to the airport that she wasn't in that group. By the time they get to the gate, as it turns out, the plane is delayed. And as you may already know, there's a lot of airlines having some issues with pilots because you can only fly a certain number of hours according to FAA regulations. And it's end of the month, and they didn't have a pilot who had enough hours left in his or her amount of hours in flying. And so this whole flight got delayed, even, and it actually had been canceled on the first night that she was supposed to go back. So now this was Sunday. This was Saturday that she was supposed to do this. The flight got canceled. And so on Sunday, she had to be able to go home. Had to, because she was selling her house, and the closing was on Monday, yesterday. So this flight had to happen on Sunday. She had to be able to get back home to be at the closing for selling the house. Oh my gosh. All right. And this flight is now delayed immeasurably. And finally, when they actually get a pilot and they regather as a group to be able to get onto the plane, she's there for pre-boarding with plenty of time. This is a place where it looks like not the flow. First flight was canceled. She needs to go the following day. She has cellulitis. She is late for boarding on the plane, so she can't pre-board, but the flight is delayed, and her sister picks her up from the airport, and Barbara's just staying with her sister and having a great old time. And all of this is the flow. Barbara being quote unquote later than she should have been didn't matter, but she took care of herself, which really did matter. And then was able to get on the flight in a pre-boarded way, which also mattered, and ended up having, with when all this was said and done, her like travel mate in the row that she was in, the next seat over, was this lovely gal who they hit it off completely and exchanged phone numbers and are staying in touch because this gal lives like a minute from Barbara's sister. Go figure. This is what the flow looks like. It's beautiful. It might not be what we expect. It is frequently not what we have designed, as in almost always, it's not what you or I would have designed, but it is the flow. Inside of that, people say, all I want for my children is for them to be happy, but they mean it with this caveat, like, I think I know what's going to make my child happy. And I say, all I want for my children is for them to be, there are other people go, so these were the 3 conversations I was in this past week. People who said, all I want for my children is for them to be happy. And I find that amazing. This was definitely like a thing that was being said. And with each of them, I've had the same answer. I, a while ago, came up with a different answer to that. All I want for my children is for them to feel fulfilled. When people feel fulfilled, they are happy. And they're also feeling fulfilled. Happy is momentary. Fulfilled is much longer and deeper and richer. Another feeling that comes with being fulfilled is peaceful. And another one that comes with it is joy. And none of these are the same. Joy and happiness are not the same. And joy runs much more deeply in our bodies and in our experiences. It's longer lasting. It can be quieter. There's quiet joy, and then there's big joy. That's really a celebratory. But really looking at this, what do I want for my children? It's the same as I want for everyone I love. All I want for everybody I love, and even those I have yet to come to know, but I'm sure I would love, is for them to feel fulfilled. A lot of elements go into that. It means doing the best you can at all times. It means following and honoring what are your passions, as in what calls you. If you are called to do crafts that sell at craft fairs, but what you're doing is a 9-to-5 job and you're so exhausted when you come home that you never do the crafts that are running through your mind, these wonderful artistic images, you're not feeling very fulfilled. If you're doing something that actually is a love for you, that you love what you're doing, if you're answering what calls you, you'll feel fulfilled. And happiness goes with that, along with peace and joy and contentment. So I think happiness is too narrow, personally. And it's not like I know that if you get married, you'll feel fulfilled, or if you get married, you'll feel happy, but it won't be long-lasting happiness because all marriages go up and down, right? Even the good ones. What if you feel fulfilled? Like even in the middle of, oh, I've got the alien on my face. But that's part of the process in feeling fulfilled. It's like, okay, I've got the alien on my face right now. I'm in the middle of a construction project, totally have the alien on my face, and finally just took a big breath in and went, oh, I need to stop trying to control this and just surrender and let this happen. Let this be in the flow that it is. And sure enough, when one piece of this project was happening, another piece was coming in exactly at the right timing. For the timing in part A, the timing in part B was a perfect match. Was not at all what I designed. But the moment that came through, I went, ugh, I surrender. I surrender. And ever since that moment, I have been having a really good day. Bill says, fascinating. I sometimes have the experience you described when I'm chanting, or Bill's a Buddhist for anybody who doesn't know. So chanting for him is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, or performing particularly well. Again, if you don't know Bill, he is an incredible musician, plays bassoon. And he's first bassoonist in the Prince George's Philharmonic Orchestra. But I never thought of it as being fulfilling. I'm going to add that description to how I think about doing the things I enjoy. Awesome. I like that. Because then what happens as a result of that is that when you've stopped chanting, you're not necessarily feeling fulfilled. But it's part of the process, like we all do, these accordions, bigger and smaller as we expand and contract. And it helps you to restore to this practice that you find fulfilling. Likewise, performing. In reality, performing, when you have practiced, performing becomes way more effortless, and it's much more literally in the joy, as in enjoy, in the joy of being the music itself. And that's an amazing experience. So yeah, feeling fulfilled, doing what it takes to feel fulfilled, bringing excellence to all that you do, feeling fulfilled. One of my kids, and by the way, in feeling fulfilled, I have 5 of them. They're all every single one is in a different direction. No overlaps. None of them have the same major in college, all following 5 unique paths, each path truly about them being fulfilled for them, which is perfect for me because I want my children to feel fulfilled. So even twins, I have one twin who is going the path of physics and philosophy as a dual major, and the other twin going the direction of creative writing. I mean, they're not the same, and they're so perfect for these wonderful, unique, precious beings. So the one who's physics and philosophy, he would come out of school and he'd have whatever grades he had, and he was not feeling very fulfilled, especially during, I think, most of high school. And I would always say, did you do the best you could do? Be like, no, I could have studied more. I could have worked a little bit more here. I could have done this. I could have done that. I wasn't particularly motivated, blah, blah, blah. He gets into college and I don't know, the switch turned on, and all of a sudden he's really truly studying. He's really truly doing the best he can do. He's got a girlfriend who does that. I'm sure part of this is her perfect, wonderful, thank you, influence. All right. And he's getting into volunteer work, and he's doing the best he can do. And in doing the best he could do, he's on the dean's list, and he's been written up as being part of this physics lab, even when he was a freshman. I mean, this is different. And I said to him, I'm really proud of you. He said, I know, me too. And I said, and that's the part that makes me so excited, that he is proud of himself. He feels fulfilled. So that is my offering for today. Do what has you feel fulfilled. That will be the flow. Surrender to your own fulfillment. It might take a little work. Feeling fulfilled doesn't come without putting some of yourself, your own skin, into the game. Feel fulfilled. Be all of you, doing the best you can with all that you touch. So many other goodies come with feeling fulfilled. Then you will absolutely be happy and enjoy. And there will be times when it's not so happy, and you'll still feel fulfilled. Okay, so any other comments, questions? Anything anybody wants to add? Anything anybody wants to subtract? All right, then. Let's meditate. You ready? Get yourself nice and cushy comfortable. And no, I do not wear contact lenses. Not having on glasses is more a function of I'm not trying to hide my face so much. But they are handy for when I need to read. Right there. Okay, so go ahead and get comfortable. I'm going to get some water into me. Okay. And here we go. Close your eyes. If you wear glasses, take those off. Take a deep breath in, breathing all the way to the bottom of your lungs. The bottom of your lungs go down below your bottom two ribs. So they really go pretty deeply down. Breathe into the bottom of your lungs and the backs of your lungs, the sides of your lungs. And exhale, just letting that all go. And inhale again, filling your lungs all the way from the bottom and back and sides and front. From there up. Hold that breath. Just place into the breath whatever angst you have going on, no matter how large or small. And let the breath go. This time as you breathe in, imagine breathing in omnidirectionally from all directions at the same time. And that when you're breathing in pure white light. As pure white light goes through your pores from one side to the other. Go ahead and fill your body with pure white light. And release that breath and everything that comes out with it. Now as you breathe in deeply, breathing pure white light in from everywhere. And have that pure white light go everywhere throughout your whole body. And release the breath. And again, breathing deeply, pure white light in from everywhere. And this time as you breathe in, breathing in pure white light from everywhere, filling every particle of you with pure white light. If there is something else already inhabiting that space, simply allow yourself to go into that space yourself and carrying inside of you the pure white light that you do. And exhale, letting it all go. And as you cleanse your body with pure white light, letting come out of your body, whatever's there, just let that go. On your exhale, let it go. Release it completely. Just let it go. And now conscientiously, as you're breathing in, recognize that you are breathing in because we live on this amazing green planet, and the gift that it is that you can breathe in this oxygen, and the gift that it is that you breathe out carbon dioxide, which is exactly what the green needs. And that exquisiteness of this symbiotic relationship that our planet allows us to live, and we allow our planet to live. That's amazing. Just by breathing. And now as you breathe in, breathe deeper and deeper into your own consciousness. Taking this breath in, receiving the breath in, bringing your consciousness into the center of its own self. And as you exhale, it is a providing. It's giving your breath out and expanding with your consciousness further than the edges of the universe, beyond anything you have imagined before. Further than that. Breathing in pure white light, coming deeper and deeper into your own consciousness, into particles smaller than we have yet to define. Exhaling, providing with your breath life itself. Breathing into your own consciousness, smaller and smaller particles. Breathing out, providing and gifting your breath. The pure white light is within you. You give that as well as take that. Expanding your consciousness into the vast expanses of the universe and beyond that which you know or can imagine. And just feel yourself going deeper and deeper within. And deeper and deeper without. You are the Bindu, the pivot point, the trading post between universal and individual, all that is and personal. Again, breathing deeper and deeper into your own consciousness, It's like having your consciousness fold into its own self. And deeper into the vastness of all that is. Holographically, multidimensionally, omnidirectionally, expanding into allness, everythingness. Notice what in your life has you feel fulfilled. It may or may not fit social conventions. There's no wrong answer, and there's no one right way to go. Within the honesty of your own exquisite being, what has you feel fulfilled? Is it like Bill when you are in a spiritual practice or playing music or perhaps creating some kind of art or craft? Perhaps it's tinkering with mathematical formulas or teaching. It could be making music, as in creating music that others will play. It could be being out on the wide expanses of the ocean, or being curled up in the nook of a tree. It could be being with children or having an in-depth conversation with adults who are your friends and family. It could be crafting something and bringing it to life so there's a reality around it. It exists because of you. Or it could be simply an idea that you have that brings joy to you and to others. What calls you? What has you feel fulfilled? It could be something as simple as bringing the grocery cart all the way back into the store. Or it could be creating a thought and thinking and practice behavior that you then incorporate in your life. It could be as simple as you taking care of you. What fulfills you? What has you feel fulfilled? And what calls you? Knowing what calls you means knowing what will or does have you feel fulfilled. Take a deep breath in and hold that breath. Allow that feeling of being fulfilled to permeate consciously the cells in your body and let that breath go. Again, take a deep breath in. Feel what it feels like, the happiness and the joy, the pleasure and the enthusiasm, the excitement and the contentment, the peace and the happiness, the quietness and the celebration. And let your breath go. And one more time, take a deep breath in, allowing yourself to feel fulfilled, identifying what it is that calls to you. And let that breath go. Gently open your eyes, recognizing that you not only can, but how extraordinary it will be as you bring this into your life. Taking the path that answers what calls you, what has you feel fulfilled. Thank you for joining us today. If you are interested in Zoetic workshops and the courses that we provide, the seminars we provide, the one-day classes we provide, if you are interested in our work, please contact us. The phone number is 443-609. Oh, wrong phone number up there. 443-609-1111. Again, that's 443-609-1111. Or you can email us at info@zoeticworkshops.com. And there's the phone number and the correct website or email address. Amazing. Thank you so much, Billy, for doing that. So info@zoeticworkshops.com or call 443-609-1111. It is unlikely anybody will answer the phone, but somebody will call you back as soon as we can. Thank you again so much for joining us. I love you. Follow the path for you to feel fulfilled.